Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison's Favorites. Today we're doing predictions for week 5. It has been crazy so far this year. Oklahoma's on a bye this week. Got the nice dub versus Auburn. It was a crazy game. I think the refereeing was honestly pretty bad for both sides. I mean, we had more penalties than them, but a lot of Auburn fans are really upset about it, but I don't think it was that bad. I mean, it was pretty even. They were holding us the entire fourth quarter, and we had 10 sacks, which is crazy. We probably would have had more, but they kept holding in the fourth quarter, and they weren't calling it. So, I mean, we kind of tried to get them back in that game. It was kind of like the Michigan game, but definitely a little closer. D-line was really good, and we were missing our star player for the entire first half, but we played really well. So it was a good win, and John, if you haven't heard already, basically everyone's heard that John Mateer got hurt, but he did have a successful procedure, so hopefully we're hoping for a fast recovery because right now he's supposed to be back in a month, which would be the South Carolina game, but we could get him for the Texas game. That'd be huge because we played Texas in 3 weeks. We have a bye week this week, then we play Kent State, and then we play Texas. So hopefully he's back by then. But I think he'll be back by the Texas game. Hopefully, we'll see. But this is a really good slate. I feel like this is the best overall slate so far this year. So there's a lot of great games, and yeah, I'm very excited for this week. So we'll see how the predictions go. So let's get into it. My first game, we have Florida State versus Virginia. This is going to be, I think this might be a little close game playing at Virginia, but I do think that FSU's offense is just going to be too much, so I'm taking Florida State. Our next game is Arizona State versus TCU. TCU just got ranked this week, but fortunately I think they're going to drop back out because I think that Arizona State is going to win at home versus TCU. I think it's going to be a shootout. TCU has really good offense. Josh Hoover is probably in the Heisman consideration right now, and Arizona State hasn't had the greatest year, but they did have that clutch win. Sorry about my dogs if you're them back because they're playing right now. We had to bring them upstairs because if we don't, then they're just going to bark downstairs, so rather have them up here. You're just going to hear Toots making a lot of noise for no reason. It's literally just Toots, not Dollface, just Toots making all the noise. Alright, and our next game is Georgia Tech versus Wake Forest. Georgia Tech's been very good this year. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. I'm taking Georgia Tech to win. And our next game is USC versus Illinois. This is going to be a very good game. I think Illinois got smacked last week by Indiana, lost by 53 points. That was really bad. And Indiana, I'm pretty sure, didn't even score in the fourth quarter. So Indiana could have scored way more in Illinois. But I mean, at Illinois, I'm taking USC because I think USC is the better team. I think their offense is way better than Illinois, and I just don't think Illinois is going to be able to keep up with USC, so I'm taking USC. Okay, our next game is Notre Dame versus Arkansas. Arkansas sold against Memphis. I had them in my college pick-em that I do with my cousin's side of the family, and yeah, I think they're like my 8 or 7 point game. They sold me, but playing at home versus Notre Dame, I like Notre Dame to win this one. I think Notre Dame wins at Arkansas. Arkansas has just been very disappointing. I mean, they barely lost. They lost to Ole Miss because of a fumble, and they lost to Memphis because of a fumble. So it's just been a crazy year and for Arkansas, and I think that Sam Pittman's probably going to get fired this year. So I'm taking Notre Dame at Arkansas. Our next game is Vanderbilt versus Utah State. I'm taking Vanderbilt here pretty easily. Vanderbilt's been very good this year, so I'm taking Vanderbilt to win. And our next game is Ohio State versus Washington. This game is really intriguing to me because I feel like this could be an upset game at Washington. Could be a very good game, but I think I'm gonna trust. I think Ohio State's gonna win the line of scrimmage, and I think Washington's gonna win QB play, but I just feel like Ohio State as a whole is probably better than Washington. So I'm going to take Ohio State on the road at Washington, but a very sneaky game. I would not be surprised if Washington won, so we'll see. Our next game is LSU versus Ole Miss. This is going to be a very close game. I'm going to take Ole Miss at home. LSU has not been that good on offense. I think their defense is not the problem, but offense has definitely been a concern for LSU. And on the other side, Ole Miss has been the quite opposite. Their offense has been super good. Even though their backup QB is starting, I think he won the starting job over Austin Simmons. He's been playing really good, so I'm taking Ole Miss at home. I don't know how I feel about their defense, but I do feel really good about their offense, so I'm taking Ole Miss. And our next game is Auburn versus Texas A&M. This is going to be a very good game. Auburn almost beat us. That was a close game, but their O-line and their penalties were definitely the reason why they lost. And I'm going to take Texas A&M at home. I trust them. I think Marcel Reed's a better quarterback than Jackson Arnold, and I think that Auburn's O-line was not good against us. And, yes, our D-line's super good, but I do think that their O-line had a lot of false starts and a lot of penalties on them. So I think that's what concerns me most is their O-line play, so I'm taking Texas A&M to win. And our next game is Indiana versus Iowa. This could be a trap game for Indiana, but coming off such a big victory against a ranked Illinois team, I have to take Indiana here. They won by 53. They looked really good, and they look honest. Fernando Mendoza looks like a Heisman candidate right now, so I'm taking Indiana, and I think they're going to be really good this year, so I'm taking Indiana. And our next game is Tennessee versus Mississippi State. This could be a trap game. I just feel like Joey Aguilar is just too good. I think that Tennessee offense is too good for Mississippi State to handle. I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with their offense, so I'm taking Tennessee at Mississippi State. Our next game is Iowa State versus Arizona. This game could be kind of close, but I like Iowa State. Iowa State did not play good. I think it was 2 weeks ago when they played against Arkansas State, or that was last week, but they only won by like a touchdown, so Iowa State hasn't been playing that good, but I'm taking Iowa State at home versus Arizona State. And our next game is UMass versus Missouri. This is going to be a blowout. Missouri's going to win. Missouri just beat South Carolina. Very good game for them. And Ahmad Hardy looks like one of the top running backs in the country, and their quarterback's been playing great too. So Missouri looks like a good team this year, so I'm taking Missouri. And our next game is Oregon versus Penn State. College game day. This is going to be a huge game. At Penn State, it's going to be a whiteout game. This is going to be a super good game. I just don't think Drew Allar's that good. I think he's a fraud, so I'm going to take Oregon. I think that Dante Moore is better. So, yeah. So, I think that Dante Moore in that offense is too much for Penn State. It's going to be really close because it's a whiteout game at night. You know how those games get they're super loud. So I think that's gonna help Penn State a lot in the run game. But I'm taking Oregon to pull off the upset at Penn State. Our next game is Alabama versus Georgia. Last year this game was a classic. It was a crazy game. Alabama was winning by a lot. Then Georgia came back, took the lead, and then Alabama took the lead back. So it's going to be a very interesting game here. We'll see what happens. I think Georgia's going to win at home. Alabama and Kalen DeBoer have not had the most success, and they already lost to Florida State. So I'm taking Georgia at home. Gunnar Stockton's looked very good so far, so I'm taking Georgia to win. And our last game of the week is BYU versus Colorado. Colorado has not been that good this year, 2-2, but they are at home, so it gives them a little bit of an advantage. But BYU's been very good this year, so I'm taking BYU on the road at Colorado. Well, that's it for our predictions. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and make sure to keep those horns down. Bye.